anyị na Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much, and remember.
Welcome, 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 fellow Biafrans. Thank you for joining. Please, as you join, you share the video on your platform, share to family and friends, share to well-wishers, share to our enemies, share to everybody who need to hear us. Do not hesitate to share so that they can join us. It's going to be a very brief one. I'm not going to be here for too long, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, encouraging my fellow Biafrans, those who are genuinely seeking for their freedom. That is why I'm here. We must continue. Regardless the attack, regardless the hindrances and obstacles that comes on our way, with any little chance we have, we will continue to spread this gospel of freedom. Gospel of freedom. Gospel of freedom that is very infectious. It's going to infect every indigenous tribe in the Zoological Republic will be free. That is what we are fighting for. That was what Mazen Nandekan was fighting for before they kidnapped him. And we will continue to spread this gospel. We will continue because Biafra is the only way and the only solution. It doesn't matter what anybody is thinking or whatever they are saying or whatever they are doing. I think it's becoming much more clearer today than it was yesterday that from every indication that election is not going to hold in the Zoological Republic. You know, for a very long time, we have been speaking about it. The spokesperson of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the spokesperson of Biafra people, spokesperson of IPOB, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is in charge of the autopiloted IPOB. The autopiloted IPOB by Chukwu Kabiama, under the spokesperson of Mazi Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mazi Nandekano. We have been speaking about the noon election in Nigeria. When we started saying about no election in Nigeria, people thought it was just a noise making. People thought it was just an imagination. But today you are seeing it becoming more clearer. Every day you see clearer that there will be no election in the Zoological Republic. Let them continue to deceive you. You continue to see their fraud. Why you must not participate in anything called election. Why you must not get yourself involved in anything called election. It is becoming clearer on daily basis. They came out and told you that they were doing their so-called electoral whatever, electoral amendment and whatever. After all the electoral amendment, they have only succeeded in creating a better way of them to manipulate your election. For a very long time, we have been shouting. We have been telling you that your PVC will not count. We have been saying it. Your PVC will not count. You are lining up, going to register, making this and all that, making all sort of noise. Mobilizing innocent people for no reason, stressing yourself for no reason, wasting your goddamn time. A time you would have committed to your freedom. You didn't commit it to your freedom. You committed your time to your enslavement. All those one Nigerians, they committed their time more on their enslavement. And we were shouting and said, your PVC is not going to save you. Igbo presidency will not save you. Biafra presidency will not save you. Anything called election, electoral amendment or whatever cannot save you. And they thought it was a joke. Today, the revelation is coming clearer. Most of you must have seen the video. I posted it on my YouTube channel. I posted it on my YouTube channel where one of the party, I don't know what they call them, Accord group or whatever they call them, they were revealing the secret of how the Zoological Republic plan to manipulate the election. How the APC government, controlled by the FULANI, the terrorist government of APC, how they have planned already orchestrated plan on how they are going to rig your election. And some of you are still there, deceiving themselves. Oh, election is going to work. Your PVC, go and get your PVC. Go and register. You were disturbing. Innocent people left their job. Some clueless people closed their business. People who couldn't be able to shut their business down to observe the sit at home for Mazen Nandekan. They closed their business to go and make registration. These are the people who were not able to close their business to honor Mazen Nandekano, In solidarity for Mazen Nandekano for his kidnap. A man who is dying for you, you didn't close your, but you close your business to go and register for your so-called election that is already rigged. And when we were talking about it, they said, no, Peter Obi is going to be their president. Peter Obi is going to do this or do that. Today it's becoming more clearer. If you have not watched the video, go to my platform on YouTube and watch the video of the investigation of the Accord Party. Go to my platform, Choose Survivor channel. Go to Choose Survivor channel. You are going to see the video that the election is not going to hold. I posted it even on this very channel. I posted it on this very platform. Go and check the video and watch it carefully. And you see how APC have already made their plan. How they have already drawn plan on how to manipulate the election. The election you are preparing for is already rigged. Rigged, superbly rigged. Go and watch the video of Accord Party. You see how they brought they went and registered dead people. They have already registered dead people, foreigners from all corners of the world with different names. You go to Imo State, you will see names of people from Ghana. You see name of people from DJ. You see name of people from Jamaica in Imo State who registered to vote. And you were lining up to go and register. Many of you that have registered will not even get your PVC until the election is over. You're not going to get it. That of Imo State was reviewed with concrete evidence. Go and watch the video. You will see evidence provided for you on the plan on how they have made, on how they have already rigged the election already. But some of you are still lining up, shouting obedient, dreaming of impossibility. Some of you are still deceiving yourself that somehow you're going to manipulate and it's going to be better. Your so-called zoological republic is going to give you something better and you're going to have election. And we said there will be no election in Biafra land, and people thought it was a joke. It is becoming much clearer. And before the end of the year, every single one of you who never believed before, those who still have their senses intact, except for those of them who they don't have nothing is running in their brain anymore. Those of them who are still a little bit mentally sound, before the end of the year, they will come on board. They will come back to their senses and begin to shout like we are doing and say there will be no election in Biafra land. We are not only saying it, we are going to enforce it and make sure that this fraudulent election does not take place. We cannot legitimize the evil again in Biafra land. Biafrans can never ever be involved in legitimization of their fraud in that zoological republic. A country has ended. A country has ended. And Chukwu Okikabiyama have already laid the foundation for us on how we're going to be free. That is why he's taking out all those people who have sworn and say over their dead body will be free. That is why Chukwu Okikabiyama is taking them out. Some of you will say they are dying for old age. They can die for old age. That is their business. But it is the time that Chukwu Okikabiyama have marked out for us to be free. And we're going to be free. That is why he's taking them out. You see some of them, they are dying unnecessarily. But regardless what they do, regardless the plan they have against us, we are going to be free. And we are not looking back. We are not looking back. And if you don't know that Biafra is going home, that means you have something else coming in your head. You are sick. You are sick and you need a doctor. You need to go to your reverend father, to your imam, or to whoever, traditional or your native doctor, to go and conduct deliverance to you. If you don't know that Biafra is coming. And this is the appointed time for the Biafran people to be free. No man born of a woman can stop it. We cannot legitimize the fraud. We have been in this slavery for a very long time. For a very long time, we have been in this slavery. And we tolerated it. The Biafran people mainly have tried in several ways to see if it's going to work. It has never worked. Nigeria has never, ever been one. You continue to see these lies. They continue to peddle this, like all these fraudsters, the criminals, the fraudsters. They continue to peddle the lies. Continue to push lie. They choke it in your neck, and all of a sudden you begin to believe the lies. That there's something called one Nigeria. The diversity of Nigeria is unimaginable. There is no way, it doesn't have any way you can interpret it. The diversity in Nigeria is so wide that it can never ever stand. Nigeria is not one, and will never be one. Nigeria is not one, and will never ever be one. These are different countries altogether who were forced to be together. The British came and forced people to be together without their consent. And since then, what that diversity have brought is death. Death and destruction from all angles. Death and destruction. The more you try to make it work, the more you bring death upon yourself. The more you try to make it work, the more you bring destruction upon yourself. The more you try to make it work, the more you destroy the economy, the more. And you think it's a joke. The only thing that can save us is the total disintegration of this zoological republic, and people go their separate ways. And that is why we, the autopilot, are standing firm, consistently demanding for the end to the zoological republic. We are not asking for anything called presidency. Anything that has to do with politics in Nigeria, we're not involved. All we want is referendum. That is all we ask for. Referendum for us to be free from the zoological republic. That is all we ask for. Referendum. Self-determination is the right of every human being living on the planet Earth. And that is what we're demanding for. International law supports our demand. African Charter law supports our demand. Even Nigerian law itself supports our demand of referendum. So why will anybody come from somewhere and begin to antagonize us and call us names because we are asking for that which is right, even when they know that the zoological republic was not meant to be? Some of you have seen the confession that they're coming from all around, water from everywhere. Even former President Goodluck Jonathan came on stage and he was telling us about how diverse Nigeria is. That those that they are calling their so-called founding fathers, their so-called founding fathers, none of them believed that Nigeria is one. None of them believed. None of them believed. Even including the British. The British knew that we are not one and will never ever be one. Every time you'll be hearing founding father, founding father, founding father. The founding father knows that these people are not one. We are not one people and cannot survive together. They knew. But for their selfish interest or one reason or the other, they decided to keep on managing the issue. But today, this generation of the youth, we cannot manage anymore. We have to break it up finally in 2023. Things are changing. Initially, the national anthem you hear from them every time is that Nigeria unity is not the whatever. There is a language they use that Nigeria unity is not negotiable. That is the language you used to hear in the past. In the past, you hear that Nigeria unity is not negotiable. All these criminals, Obasanjo and co, all these people who claim to be elders, that is what you hear from them. But today, you see a former president coming to tell you how diverse Nigeria is. Go and check the message of Goodluck Jonathan in the last meeting he attended in Imo State and whatever. What he was saying. Going back to remind us that Nigeria has never ever been one and it never worked. Your so-called founding father tried, never worked. He brought death. Since then up to that, it has been death, destruction, setback. That is the only thing you get as a one Nigerianist. And we can no longer take that anymore. Every other part of the world have moved on. The world have moved on, exploring on different angles, going on different stages, developing an economy, moving forward, but you are still there talking about unity. How long will you be talking about a unity? For more than 100 years. More than 100-year country, you cannot be able to get unity. And yet, you cannot ask yourself, is this unity possible? There is no unity you can get in Nigeria. Anybody who is talking about the unity of Nigeria is wasting time. You're wasting your garden time. And we cannot be part of that time wasting anymore. We, the youth of this day, don't longer have time to waste. The Biafrans of today, we don't have time to waste anymore. We want to move on. We want to grow in our own space. We want to build our own nation. That is what we want. We are not planning to dominate anybody. Neither are we trying to take anybody's land. Neither are we trying to manage anybody's life or affair. We want to manage our own life, our own affairs. It's a matter of life and death. We are fighting for our own life. It doesn't matter. If you decide to give out your own life and you want to die, go ahead. If you want to be a slave, go ahead. But for the legitimate Biafrans, we will continue to speak up and demand for our freedom. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what you do. It is becoming much more clearer than it was yesterday. You know, when we come out and say no election, you see some people will be coming and writing on your comment section, why are you saying no election? Some will go and be, and those, especially the celebrities, those who call themselves celebrities, who the poor masses that is making them that celebrity, they don't care about them. When things that has to do, things that will affect the poor masses, to make the poor masses have a legitimate right, things that will make poor masses to be recognized, they make the poor masses to have a relief, you will never see any celebrity, all those so-called activists doing something about it. They will never say anything about it. Go to their platform. Each one of them, we are talking about PVC. They were promoting PVC, everywhere PVC. Today, it has become clearer that their PVC registration that we are going for is a fraud. It was all a fraud. Go and check that video I posted. After watching that video, then you will realize what we are saying. You know, when we are saying it, that is one thing with all these people. Things that Biafran agitators see sitting down. If you climb on top of a mountain, you cannot see it. The things we see as Biafran agitators, the things we see and talk about. If you like, go and climb on the Mount Kilimanjaro, you can never see it. The things we see sitting down. Mainly the autopiloted IPOB. Under the spokesmanship of Master Simon Ekpa. Guided by Chukwu Okeke-Abiyama. Under the leadership of Master Nnamdi Kanu. What we see and what we speak about. You cannot see it. If you like, climb on top of a mountain, you won't see it. When we talk about no election, they say they are joking. Why are you now talking about no election again? Don't go and don't bother yourself about PVC. They say, why are you saying people not to go and take the PVC? Today, you have seen it more clearer. Accord party investigation, go and watch it. They granted a press interview in that same Zoological Republic, in their conventional media. In their conventional media, the video is everywhere. I posted it on my channel. Go and see it. Where they were saying the plan that the APC terrorist government have made already to rig the election. Already they have already won. It's not a mere. That is why when they see you doing your 1 million man march, they will be laughing at you. When you be making noise and be speaking your grammar on television, they will be laughing at you because they have already mastered their strategy. In Imo State, you see the registration. They have registered ghosts. Ghosts have registered in Imo State. They have created so many polling stations where human being never exists. You will see names from Ghana, names from Ivory Coast, names from Fulani land, names from all the way from abroad, all the way from Jamaica. You will see men bearing women names, see women bearing men names. They registered them in INEC to vote. And INEC approved it. INEC approved it. In the INEC system, everything is there. And it is not only in Imo State. This thing is happening in every APC state in that country. How many states do APC have? And when they will be able to manipulate all this in all the states, what do you think your PVC will have? What do you think will happen to your PVC? If you like, go and call all your great grandparents that are dead to go and register for PVC. You cannot challenge them. You can't win. You can't win. We have seen the fraud. That Nigeria itself is a fraud. When the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? I say it and I say it again. When the foundation is faulty, there is nothing the righteous can do. Anything you like do, you are bound to fail. Because the foundation is faulty. Nigerian foundation is built on fraud. And if you are not fraudulent and you don't follow a fraudulent path, you cannot succeed in the Zoological Republic. For you to succeed in anything in the Zoological Republic, you must be fraudulent. You must be ready to commit crime. That is the only way you can succeed, because the foundation of the Zoological Republic is built on crime, on criminality, on fraud. And this is why the Biafran people do not want to be part of it anymore. We have seen enough. We have seen enough drama. We have seen enough lie. We have seen enough blackmail. And we don't want to continue to be part of it. We have seen enough death. They have used our blood so many times to cement their evil one Nigeria. Even when they know that there is nothing called one Nigeria. You had Goodluck Jonathan reminding them of what the founding fathers have said about the so-called one Nigeria they're talking about. Goodluck Jonathan recently reminded them of what the so-called founding father. Every time you will hear him founding father, our founding father did this, our founding father do that. Founded what for you? What they founded what for you is diversity, a destructive diversity that is bringing death. That's what they found for you. They found that for you, and they confessed about it and said that Nigeria cannot stand one. Awolowo confessed about it, that Nigeria is not one, and cannot be one. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe confirmed it. Even Tafawa Balewa confirmed it, that Nigeria cannot exist as one. They are not one. That was why, even during the independence, while the southern part of Nigeria, the Biafrans and Oduduwa were ready to go, the North were not ready. They were not ready. But all of a sudden, we thought we were dealing with the human being, and our so-called freedom fathers begin to wait for them and carry them along. In the process of carrying them along, that was where they brought in the quota system. In the process of carrying these people along, the people who are not ready to develop themselves, in the process of carrying them around, that is where they brought the quota system. A system that made an educated man to serve under an uneducated person. A system that made it, no matter how you read, no matter how read you are in the southern part of Nigeria, you'll be serving under a Fulani illiterate. A Fulani illiterate, you're serving under him. Go and check all of them. Most of them in the Fulanis today that are presenting themselves to contest one post or the other. All they have, they don't have any certificate. All they have is affidavit they swear from court. They go and swear affidavit from court that they attended secondary school, they attended primary school. Some of them will tell you that their house got burnt and other certificate got burnt. They will just say their certificate got get burnt and they got affidavit, and that is the only qualification they have to contest for any post. This is what they are doing in the north. But in the southern part of Nigeria, you see people who have their certificate with them, who have studied home and abroad, have all the certificate. At the end of the day, they will be serving under an illiterate caliphate, illiterate Janjaweed. And the funny thing is that they will be serving happily because they feel that among the South, they are the ones who are being recognized. They want people, because people will come and line up in their offices when they travel home. People will come back in their home and begin to beg them for a job, beg them for stipend. That is why they are happy. That is how clueless and how evil people are. Mainly the politicians in the southern part of Nigeria. These politicians in the southern part, they know the evil that the north is perpetrating. They know the evil happening in that. But because the Janjaweed have decided to know, they know the greed in them. They decided to empower them financially, empower them by all means. Some of them, they gave them security more than the security they have in other places. And because of that, they want their people to begin to see them as God. They want people to begin to worship them. Each time they come home, you see poor people lining up in their gates to come and beg for money. And they are proud about that. They are happy about it. They are happy. That makes them relevant. When they see people lining up in their gate to beg for money, they are happy. When they see people lining up to ask them for money every time they travel home, they are happy. When they see people begin to beg them and call them on phone to help them and make sure they get a job, help them and make connection for a job, they are happy. They want to be seen as God. But they don't want a system where every human being has equal rights. Everybody will have equal rights. You can pursue anything. You can pursue any level, as long as you have the wisdom and knowledge. You can attain to any height. All you need to do is to read, develop yourself, improve yourself. That is how it's supposed to be. You don't need to beg people for a job. You don't need to beg people to connect you for a job. In a same country, people are supposed to have health care. Everybody is supposed to have access to health care. People are supposed to be taken care of. You are supposed to have access to housing, light. These are necessary things for human beings in this generation. In this century that we are in, education is a must, a compulsory. It's not a luxurious thing. It's something that everybody has. Education. You must be educated. In this generation, every government makes sure their people are educated, regardless whether you are rich, poor, or whatever. You must be educated. But in the Zoological Republic, education is still a luxurious goods. Having accommodation is still a luxurious goods. Healthcare is still a luxurious goods. In 21st century, and you are still there. You are still there waiting. You are still there supporting that fraud. You are still there promoting the fraud. You are still there going in line. Now you're waiting for your PVC. You have seen how your PVC have ended. They told you that they did the electoral amendment. You see them on your television. They will come to your conventional television and begin to speak grammar. They will begin to convince you and confuse you with their useless grammar they speak. And you think you are dealing with people, not knowing that you are dealing with clowns. You are dealing with people who are heartless. You are dealing with demons. All they want is suck your blood. The devil come to kill, to steal, and to destroy, and nothing else. And that is what these politicians come to do. Every politician, more especially the politicians in the Biafra land. The politicians in Biafra, what they come to do is to kill, to steal, and to destroy. Nothing else. Including those who are aspiring today to become a politician. That is why they will never support the freedom of their people. When you are talking about freedom, they don't care. They don't want you to be free. They want to join this. They want to be the house nigger, so that the slave master will be giving them stipend, and then they will be passing on to her, and that makes them happy. When you talk about freedom, they don't want to be free. It doesn't matter how you try to preach them about freedom; they don't want to be free. But today, they are getting into water. by the special grace of Chukwu, most of them are repenting. And they are confessing. They are confessing because the appointed time have come. Everyone that have said that the children of Chukwu will not be free, they will be taken out one by one. Because the appointed time have come. If you say over your dead body, prepare for your burial. Prepare for your burial. As many as have said over there, prepare for your burial. The burial you begin to prepare. If you don't have money, go and borrow and reserve for your burial. Because 2023 marks the end of the slavery. 2023 marks the end of the slavery. We are going home. Take it or leave it. I'm not telling you, I'm not forcing you to believe. But you need to hear it so that you won't say it wasn't said. So that you'll not be taken unaware. My fellow Biafrans, genuine Biafrans all over the world, continue to listen to Voice of Biafra. Follow our brother Master Simon Ekpa on his daily broadcast, 7 p.m. every evening. Join him on the broadcast. Go to his Twitter handle and follow him on Twitter to have update on what is happening. Connect the Voice of Biafra. Any place you are in Biafra land, if your area is not connected, write and let us know that your area is not connected. We're going to pass the information and it will be established in your area. You get connected. Information is key. The time that we're in now, information is key. Because we are not going back. There is no more going back. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter the attack they bring, any place they come from.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We'll crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold all of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals. They are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.